What if I told you that someone watched Dexter and thought, this is who I want to become? Not as a joke, not in costume, but for real. Kill room, victim, camera. This isn't a movie plot. This is real. And the man behind it? Mark Twitchell, a wannabe filmmaker who turned into a real life killer. He didn't just admire Dexter, he tried to become him. Here's how it all happened. Mark Twitchell was 29, living in Edmonton, Canada. He was married, had a kid, and worked on indie film projects. On the outside, he looked like your average creative guy, but inside something darker was growing. He'd recently directed a Star Wars fan film. Not bad, actually. But his next project would be different. Around that time, Dexter was one of the biggest shows on TV. A serial killer who only killed the guilty? It felt edgy. It felt cool. And for Mark, it felt right. He didn't just enjoy the show, he studied it, copied Dexter's thoughts, his code, his style. He began writing online, pretending to be Dexter, living in that mindset. But he didn't stop at fiction. In 2008, Mark filmed a short movie called House of Cards. The plot? A man lures someone into a garage and kills them. And where did he shoot the film? An actual rented garage. He turned it into a kill room, plastic sheets, tools, everything. After filming wrapped, he left the setup there because he planned to use it again, not for a movie, for real. Mark created a fake dating profile. He posed as a woman and started chatting with a man named Johnny Altinger. They arranged to meet. Johnny told his friends where he was going, even forwarded the address. When he arrived, he was met with darkness, literally. A dim garage, and Mark wearing a mask and holding a stun baton. Johnny didn't make it out. Mark murdered him, then dismembered his body, tried to burn the remains, and later dumped them into a sewer. He thought he was smart, clean, untouchable. But he forgot one thing. Johnny had told people where he was going, and when he didn't show up, they sounded the alarm. Mark tried to cover his tracks. He hacked into Johnny's email and sent fake messages saying he'd run away on a vacation, sold his stuff, disappeared. But it didn't add up. His passport was still at home, and the emails didn't sound like him. Police started digging, and what they found was horrifying. They searched Mark's home and laptop, and there it was, a file called SK Confessions. SK, as in serial killer. It was 42 pages long, written like a novel, but it wasn't fiction. It described everything. The fake dating profile, the garage, the ambush, the murder, the cleanup, all in disturbing detail. And the most chilling part? It was written in third person, like he was proud of it, like he wanted it to be rid. In one part, he called the kill exhilarating, said it made him feel powerful, even hinted that it was just the beginning. Police realized this wasn't a one-time thing. He was planning more, already chatting with other potential victims. When they arrested him, he wasn't shocked, wasn't scared. He smirked, like Dexter, caught but composed. At trial, he claimed it was just a story, a writing exercise. Nothing more. But the evidence was too strong. The setup, the timeline, the document, the lies. In 2011, Mark Twitchell was convicted of first-degree murder. He was sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole for 25 years. To this day, he's still behind bars, still writing, still fascinated with storytelling. Some say he brags about the case. Others say he acts like it was all misunderstood, but no one forgets what he did. And here's what's terrifying. He wasn't a monster from the movies. He was just a regular guy who loved a show too much and blurred the line between fiction and reality. We watched Dexter to be entertained, but he watched it to learn. So here's the question. Was Mark Twitchell a killer inspired by TV or a killer waiting for the right excuse? Let me know what you think.